Hey, everybody, welcome back to A Late Show. My guest tonight is a two-time Academy Award winner, an activist, and a fitness icon. On Sunday night, she received the Cecil B. DeMille Award at the Golden Globes. Please welcome back to A Late Show, Jane Fonda. Jane, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Stephen. It's good to see you again. I told Lily Tomlin today that I was going to be on your show. She's very jealous.
Oh.
For the last two times, I think I was always on your show with Lily.
Yeah, well, I love having you both on, but thank you for being here, and thank you for wearing your revolutionary beret.
That's right.
You're ready. Look like you're ready to take to the hills with Sub-Commander Marcos. Now, congratulations on the Cecil B. DeMille Award. It was lovely to see you get it. I want to talk about your speech in just a moment, but I got to ask, as someone with such a long and storied career as yours, do awards mean anything to Jane Fonda?
Oh my gosh, yes. Especially, it's kind of miraculous for me to get awards. You know, I retired from the industry for 15 years. 10 of those years I was married to Ted Turner, and you know that you can't work and be married to Ted Turner.
Because you got to raise the buffalo. You got the buffalo herd to look after.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And then 5 years writing my memoirs, and I came back at 65 with Monster-in-Law. You know, so. And I'm almost 84 now, so the fact that I'm still working and that I just won this is just, to me, miraculous.
Well, the speech was just beautiful. You talked about, for those who hadn't seen it, Jane spoke so eloquently about love and understanding and our common humanity and the role of the arts for revealing that. And one of the things I admire about you is that you don't just talk the talk, you've walked the walk. You have been working for social justice for your entire career. What does this moment in time right now mean to you as someone who has worked so hard to change the world? Because so many things are changing right now.
I'm extremely hopeful. The last 4 years have been painful for a lot of people and very, very disturbing. But a lot of people also, for the first time, realized the extent to which white supremacy still is alive in this country, the extent to which police violence is harming Black people. And, you know, there's tens of millions of Americans now who are aware of the urgency of the climate crisis. And all of these things are connected, and people understand that. And so I feel that we're at a pivotal point in human history when people are really ready to make our elected officials do what has to be done and address all of these intersectional crises. And I think we can do it.
Well, one of the ways you've been walking the walk is, and we talked about this the last time you were on the show, in 2019, you started something called Fire Drill Fridays. And it's a movement to confront climate change. And obviously, we're all in COVID lockdown of various states of stringency and, you know, mutual cooperation. First of all, how has COVID been for you? How has been Zoom protesting or Zoom interviews? How have you adapted to the Zoom world?
Well, we do Fire Drill Fridays. In fact, this is our year anniversary. We've been doing them every Friday for a year. And do you know, Stephen, we had over 9 million viewers across all platforms. You know, we were worried that with COVID, people would stop thinking about the climate. They didn't. And thousands of them took action approaching the elections, writing and calling elected officials, calling voters who sat out the last election. And most of them had never done it before. So, you know, I'm pretty jazzed about what we have been able to accomplish and continue. Tomorrow, we focus on this incredible bill that's in Washington right now, H.R. 1, that would get dark money out of politics and, you know, expand our voting rights and things like that. And Congressman John Sarbanes from Maryland, who introduced H.R. 1, is going to be one of our guests. And I don't know. I hope everybody can join. It starts 11 o'clock West Coast time.
And how do they join in? Where would they go to find out?
Well, it's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, but it's also Fire Drill Friday, the website, firedrillfriday.com. They can watch it that way.
Now, another thing that's going on is related to one of your earliest causes, which is protesting the Vietnam War. You were in an anti-war roadshow that was captured in a 1972 documentary called F.T.A., and it's being re-released tomorrow. If it was captured in 1972, first of all, what is it, and why is it being released now?
Well, I don't think most people realize that, particularly starting in 1968, there was a very robust GI movement. A lot of servicemen, mostly men, some women, were opposed to the war or questioning the war, and they were starting to organize. And Dr. Howard Levy, he was an Army medic, suggested to me, and I had just finished making Clute, so Donald Sutherland and I were together, and he suggested that we put together a show to kind of counter the Bob Hope show that was very pro-war and misogynistic. And he said, call it the Army, because there was a GI anti-war newspaper called the F.T.A. So we took that name, we got a group of performers together, and we traveled in the fall and winter of 1971. Hawaii, the Philippines, Okinawa, and Japan after we toured the United States, and performed for over 60,000 servicemen. And, we'd been fed this myth that there was the anti-war movement and then there were the GIs and they hated each other, which was totally not true. And, just looking out at the sea of faces of these soldiers laughing and applauding and really, enjoying the fact that we were there. It was thrilling. Okay, so it opened, played a week at a movie theater in New York, and poof, disappeared. This was during the Nixon administration. Gone. Well, a copy was found, and it was
Wait a second,
restored.
Not just pulled from the theater, literally the print disappeared.
No, disappeared. Just disappeared. And a copy was found, and the wonderful organization called Indie Collect restored it, and it's being released tomorrow in Kino Marquee virtual cinemas online.
Well, we have a clip here.
It's astounding.
We have a clip here. What are we going to see?
Well, Michael Alaimo was one of our actors, and he and I did a skit that he plays Nixon and I play Pat, and we were... it sort of speaks for itself. I can't remember where we were in that particular clip. Probably Okinawa.
It says Okinawa here, I think. So, and are you performing for soldiers here?
Oh, yeah. Always for soldiers.
Jim?
Mr. President, there's a terrible demonstration going on outside.
Oh, there's always a demonstration going on outside, Pat.
Yeah, but Richard, this one is completely out of control.
What are they asking for this time?
Free Angela Davis and all political prisoners, out of Vietnam now, and draft all government officials.
Well, we have people to take care of that. They'll do their job, you do your job, and I'll do my job.
Richard, you don't understand. They're storming the White House.
Oh, in that case, I better call out the 3rd Marines.
You can't, Richard.
Why not?
It is the 3rd Marines.
Oh.
I understand that before you went over, the great screenwriter Dalton Trumbo gave you some advice. He had protested in the 20s and the 30s. What advice did he give you about before you went to East Asia to do these shows?
Very wise. He said, don't forget to be happy.
What did he mean by that?
Just because you're dealing with a very serious subject and you're trying to end the war doesn't mean that you can't feel joy. Activism is joy-filled. It's fun. You feel good knowing that you're doing everything you can. You've put your whole body on the line. And, some people think that being an activist means like eat your broccoli, but it's actually fun. And Dalton was reminding us to be happy because it's contagious. And also laughter, a lot of times your guard is dropped when you're laughing and new ideas come in. At least that's what I found. When I'm writing and I have a writer's cramp, if I can find a way to laugh, ideas come in because my guard is down. You know what I mean? Well, look at you. You know that better than I do.
I do know what you mean on good days. Well, Jane, thanks so much for being here.
Good to see you again, Stephen.
You can join Fire Drill Fridays online, and you can see her in the documentary F.T.A. starting this Friday. Jane Fonda, everybody. We'll be right back with my esteemed colleagues, the anchors of Virtue Signal. Stick around.